Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel where we share information that can possibly change your life if you apply it. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. When you do that, YouTube will make sure that they show this video to a lot of people and it can benefit a lot of people. This helps us out, so help us out by subscribing and liking the video. But I just wanted to share a few things and jump straight into it. A few things that you can do to literally start to change your life if you make it a part of your life every day, right? It was a training a while back that I listened to, a video that I listened to some years and years ago, a long time ago. That video was out, a long time ago. But I took some notes on the video, and there was a lot of things that stood out to me because a lot of the things that I applied in that video, you can literally start to get results from this if you do these couple of things like today. If you start today, you will get results today. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to say you're going to become a millionaire or nothing like that today, but you'll be a more favorable, likable person. You'll have a more pleasing personality. People will gravitate towards you. You would just be an overall better person if you start to apply it. And if you continue every day, you will literally change your life, literally. Because these are some of the, and I'm just sharing some of the experiences that I didn't share that I didn't apply myself, that took me from not having much to literally living a life of my dreams. I can do what I want. I can go where I want. And I'm not saying this to brag, but just sharing this with you guys to let you know if you start applying this stuff, it literally will happen for you. You know, you just got to really understand it and start applying it and keep the faith, keep a positive mental attitude, and it definitely will work for you. So we're going to jump straight into it. And a lot of times we see videos out right now, and a lot of it is explaining to us how to do something. We all want to know, how can I do this? How can I do that? How can I do, whatever it is. It can be a recipe online, or it can be how to fix something. We want to know how to fix something. How can I make some more money? Or how, right? Well, in order for us to do something, we must first be something, all right? In order for us to do something, or before we can become something, we must first have to be something, right? That's powerful because we're all looking for the how-tos. But if we was the person that we needed to be, let's say you want to earn $100,000, $200,000 a year, and you're making $100,000 a year, we would say how? Well, if we wanted the how-tos is more than just the how-tos. Because if we was the person that we needed to be, we will already be making the 200,000, right? Or if we want to make $1 million a year, we have to become something. We have to become something different. And this is what this is sharing with us, right? So I'm gonna just read from some of the notes that I took. And one of the things that stood out to me was saying our attitude towards life will determine life's attitude towards us. That means, to me, success is an inside job. Our attitude towards life will determine life's attitude towards us. I mean, it's simple. Just go out and smile at somebody. They'll probably reciprocate that and smile back. You know, how we treat others is how others treat us. You know, how you look at life is how life looks at you. You know, you can have two people have the same experience, right? And each person's outlook determines like how life treats them. For example, you can have somebody with a negative attitude, and let's say, for example, the guy was telling a story about a young lady who moved into a neighborhood. And when she moved into the neighborhood, they have like, I don't know, HOAs. I don't know. Now, right now, we would call it an HOA, where they have a lot of people, the HOA, they get together, or they have just people in the neighborhood. They greet the new person in the community. Well, it was the lady. She didn't feel the need. She felt that the people in the community should have came to greet her. Well, maybe they should have came to greet her, but they didn't. So she said she didn't like the people of the community. And just as quick as they came to the community, they left the community because she felt that the people didn't like her. Well, maybe she could have had a different outcome if she was the one that went out and had a pleasing personality and introduced herself to the people and said, hey, I'm so-and-so and so-and-so from another state, and I'm here. I'm excited to be here. Maybe she would have had a different result, because the world presents itself to how we present the world. I was just talking to another individual, and he was telling me how some people manifest the negativity in their life. And then when the negativity come into their life, they say, see, I told you, that's how it is for me. Well, it's like they created the whole situation. You know, maybe they're mad and say, man, I really don't get along good with people. And they don't really understand it's their attitude. And then when they're not getting along good with people, they say, see, I told you. That's the attitude. So we got to understand that whatever we put out, it comes back to us. So during the training, during a video I watched, it was a test. And the test was, the first thing that we must do is we want to treat every person, I'm going to read it verbatim, treat every person with whom you come in contact with as the most important person in the world. Treat everybody that you come in contact with as the most important person in the world. That's powerful. A friend of mine I spoke with today told me, today that he was at a shoe store. And he said, man, he said he never spent this much money on shoes in his life. But he said the guy treated him like he was the president of the United States. He said literally when he came into the shoe store, he said, man, I never been treated like this. The guy, he was explaining to me the shoes. He was just like, how can I help you? Explained to him everything about shoes, just treating him with so much hospitality. Told him, had 10 different pairs, make sure he said he never been treated like this ever. And as a result, he said, man, this was the most I ever spent on shoes. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that the guy just was treating him like that to earn money. I think that he said he believed that the guy genuinely was that type of person. So that right there was powerful to me, because we was just talking about attitude, and this guy told me about, how well the guy treated him. That was powerful. So if you treat everybody with whom you come in contact with as the most important person in the world, you're going to be an attractive person, right? And there were some reasons why. First of all, to each one of us, we are the most important person in the world. There's nobody that's more important than us in our mind, right? And then second of all, that's how we should treat people. We should treat them like how we would want to be treated, but treat them very important. Another thing, I'm going to read verbatim. It says, by treating everyone this way, we begin to form an important habit. There's nothing in the world that men, women, and children want and need more than self-esteem. The feeling that they're important, that they're recognized, that they are needed, that they count, and they are respected. They will give their love, their respect, and their business to the person who feels this need, even if it's a short encounter. I just shared a story about a guy. He said he spent the most money he ever spent on shoes. I think it was like $1,200. I'm not saying that's a whole lot, but that's a lot for me for some shoes. And he said he said the most he ever spent for some shoes, I think, was $500 before then. He said he spent $1,200 on some shoes, right? And his statement says, treat everyone as if they're the most important person in the world. And by treating everyone this way, we begin to form an important habit. There's nothing in the world that men, women, and children want and need more than self-esteem. The feeling that they're important, that they're recognized, that they're needed, and that they count and they're respected. They will give their love, their respect, and their business to the person who feels this need, even if it's for a short encounter. That's just proof in the pudding right there, right? That's powerful. And then the number 2 thing that we want to do is we want to act towards others in the same manner as you would want them to act towards you, right? Treat people as if you would want to be treated, and treat people as the most important person in the world. Everybody that we encounter, that's powerful. If you do that, and you know what? You want to read this stuff every day. You may want to make a statement that says that treat everyone that I come in contact with as the most important person in the world. Put it on your mirror, in your bathroom. Put it somewhere, maybe if you at your desk, maybe you put it somewhere where it's always on your mind, right? So that it can remind you as you're going throughout your day, because we want to do this until it becomes a part of us, right? I mean, you may have to do something every day. I was talking to a friend of mine. He said it took him hopefully it won't take us this long, but he said it took him a few years to be able to get his workout regimen down to where he works out every day. If it's just cardio, he said it took him a few years because he wanted that to become a part of him. They say the average habit takes 21 days. I think it can take longer, or it can maybe take 21 days depending on, each individual. It depends, right? But that's powerful. Everybody want more self-esteem. Everybody want more self-esteem. Everybody wants to feel important. And if you make a person feel important, it just said they'll give their respect, their love, and their business to the person who fulfills that need. That's a part of our human nature. If we do this thing, we got to make it a part of us. So we want to do it every day. We want to keep it somewhere where we can see it. You want to make it a part of you. Because in order to do something, we must first be something. In order for us to be something, we can't just look at something one time and then expect to become a person. First we learn things intellectually, right? That's like gathering information, I like to call it. In school, we're information gatherers, because we get information in school the way they teaches us, and then we cram it, and then they test us on it, and then they say spit it out, but we really don't know it. What I mean by know it, it's not a part of us. It's just something that we memorize right quick, and then you can tell because a week later you forgot most of the stuff, right? It's not a part of you. But if you make the thing a part of you, you can't forget it. It's just who you are, right? That's powerful. You want to make this become who you are. And if you do, people will call you lucky. People will say, man, why do people like him or her? Or, it just seems like he's a magnet for success. Treat everybody like that, and treat everybody as the most important person. And you can really do some things in your life. And I just want to share a few other things, a few more things from the notes that I took, that I know if you make a part of you, it can change your life. And it starts off by attitude. You want to have a good attitude. Your attitude towards life determines life's attitude towards you. You want to have a great attitude. That means part of a good pleasing personality and a good attitude is, don't talk about negative things to other people, right? It's not going to help them, and it's definitely not going to help you. So don't talk about the negative things about your health or whatever. It's some people that, they always want to talk about what's going on bad in their health, with their health. We don't want to talk about those things, right? Only talk about positives, right? Is our attitude at the beginning of a difficult task which more than anything else will bring about a successful outcome. Is our attitude at the beginning of a difficult task. We got to have a great attitude no matter what we do. Because guess what? Anything worthwhile is not going to be easy. It's not easy to achieve something great. If it was, then everybody would do it. It's easy to kind of be with everyone, right? But it's not easy to go beyond, right? We want to go beyond everyone. Also, our attitude towards others determines others' attitude towards us. Like we said, the attitude towards the world. We're all interdependent. The success we achieve in life will depend largely on how well we relate ourselves to others, right? We can't build a big business on our own. We need a team. Whatever we do, we need a team. Anywhere where you see people achieving high levels of success, they have a team of people. In order to have a team, you got to be working harmonious with them, and you have to have a pleasing personality, right? And that means a great attitude. And before you can achieve the type of life you want, you must think, act, talk, and conduct yourself in all of your affairs as if you as if you was the person you wish to become. Keep a mental picture of that person before you as often as you can during the day. And that's powerful as well. I think that you should pick a couple of people who you would like to be most like. And then think and act and talk as if they would, as if you was them. You know, so if you like I don't know, Warren Buffett or something like that, think and act and even get in situations and say, well, Warren Buffett do this, how would he do this? Get into his energy, right? Whatever it is or whoever it is, you want to make sure that you get into their energy. Act as if you are already the person that you want to become. That's powerful. You got to feel it. You got to radiate that when you're out, and you got to know it. And then people would know it. It was this one thing where this guy said that somebody did it. He said it was a guy who changed his whole demeanor and how he acted. He said he thought he was phony, but he said the guy never changed back. He heard something like this, and then he changed his whole attitude towards life, his whole demeanor, his whole aura, the way he carried himself. Right? That's powerful. And he never went back, and his life changed for the better. And then remember that the deepest craving for the human being is for recognition, for self-esteem, to be needed, to feel important, to be recognized and appreciated. That includes our loved ones and all of the people that we come in contact with during the day. That's powerful. The deepest craving of human being is for recognition. We want to be recognized, for self-esteem, to be needed, to feel important, to be recognized, appreciated. Make everybody that we come in contact with feel important. Keep a positive mental attitude and make the thoughts that you hold constructive and positive. Always keep that positive mental attitude. Don't talk to anybody about negativity. If you do that, that's the how-to that we need to focus on. So just make sure that we treat everybody as the most important person that they are. The most important person in the world, because they are to themselves. Got to make sure we do that. And then conduct yourself as if you're already who you want to be. If you want to earn 7 figures, conduct yourself right now as if you're earning 7 figures, right? Whatever it is, whatever you want to achieve, if it's a new position at your job, conduct yourself as the new person that you need to be to have that new position. If you do that, everything in your life will change. Make it become a part of you. With that, I'll see you in the next video.
I hope that you enjoyed this video. We put a lot of great information up, which causes everything in your life to get better. If you would like for us to notify you whenever we put up a new video, hit subscribe, then turn on notifications. Check out all of our videos, and we will notify you when we put another one up.